Hello and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. This is episode 20 already, and because it is episode 20 I want to start with a little bit of a Basetour. That way I can show you where everything is produced and how we came to this base and why we put our bases down where they are right now. So let's get into it. 20 episodes ago we landed about here into the desert. It was all empty and we had to find a space to build our first machines, and look at how the view is from here right now. We have machines and factories all over the place, but we settled with a cliffside for our main hub and for our first machines. At the cliffside we placed the hub right on the floor. The foundations were not here yet. And we place down the machines, and the machines are precisely at the same place where we placed them before, right at the start of the game. And here we produce all our beginner materials, everything of iron, everything of copper and the concrete. And behind that we have the smelters that are feed from the miners right over there. And here you see the conveyor belt that I decided to keep it as much as we had it in the beginning, because I thought it would be nice to see where we came from and how we improved our logistics. So I really like this. You see there's still the Mark 1 conveyor belt. I don't think we need more. The iron right over there is Mark 2, I think. But that is where we started. We had a little bit of a platform between the miner and this factory for the first improvement of the space elevator. So we could go to the second and third tier, or third and fourth tier. So that is where we started, but then we had to do a lot with power. We had to use normal power generators, and therefore we had to go back and forth a lot to feed these machines, because we needed a lot of power. So we had five biomass burners that supplied all the energy for the whole factory, and that went well for a while. But you see here the awesome sink, and the awesome sink uses 30 megawatts I think, and that is precisely what one biomass burner could produce. So we needed a lot more power because our machines needed a lot more power, and that is why we went on an adventure to find some coal. And we found the coal right over there at our coal generator factory. There was some more coal where we placed down the new coal generators for our water extractors, but we decided to use the coal right behind this factory. I can show you it in a second. So we have two coal miners right over here, and we use both of them. They're Mark II now, but they were Mark I of course in the beginning. And we started off with about 8 coal generators I think, and now we have 17? Yes, 17 I think. So we need a lot of power, and everything was on one floor. We just changed that in the last episode I think, or the episode before the last one. I don't remember, but it was not long ago. And we had only one water extractor. Or two? No, one. We thought we only could place one right here in the lush area. So that was all the water we used for the beginning. And we discovered very quick that that wasn't nearly enough. And now we have 9? No, now we have 12 water extractors to produce all the water we need. So this is where we got our water, and that is where we got our coal. And now we had some coal generators, and we had plenty of power. But the way between the coal generators and our main base was a long way, and we had to walk that every time, and a walk was about 5 minutes I think. So we needed the hypertubes, and to build the hypertubes we needed steel. And of course steel needs coal and needs iron to produce that, and we had coal already. So we thought, let's build a steel factory. And also this factory is just renovated 2 or 3 episodes ago, so it wasn't looking like this nearly. It was just a plain foundation level with some machines on it and some coal miners in the distance. We first thought about using these coal miners, but we thought no, we need all these coal for the power, so we found some other coal ores, coal nodes, and that are right over there in the distance. And that hasn't changed much, I think. I don't think either we decorated it, because I can see the miners. So this is where the coal come from for the steel. And there we have some concrete, and this is the iron we need for the steel. And the whole factory was on this floor. The foundations expanded a little bit further that way, but because we needed a lot more steel in the recent episodes, we decided to renovate everything. We put down another floor for the, how do you call that again? For the foundries that makes the steel. And on this floor we make the steel beams and the steel pipes, and on that side we make the, how do you call this also, encased industrial beam. I always forget that name. So now we have a pretty big factory over here that makes the steel, and this will last us for a while. So after we had the steel and we could make these hypertubes, we decided to begin our first big factory for the second tier products. Some of the second tier products we made on the platform I talked before, that was between the miner and the main base, but we want it all on one space, and that resulted in this big mess. We have a lot of conveyor belts, a lot of machines all over the place here, and I really like it. I really love the feeling of this factory with everything going all over the place. Conveyor belts everywhere, and you really have to search to know where every conveyor belt is going and why it is going there. So I really like that feeling. And when we built this felt pretty big, I have to say. This felt as a huge factory. And now we know what we placed on top of this and on the back. It isn't that big at all. Yeah, this is where we started to make our reinforced iron plates and our modular frames, and on that side the rotors. Yes, the rotors. So this is where we started to make some more difficult products because for the rotors we needed the stators, as you can see right here. So, oh, that makes me think we don't store stators anywhere than in this machine, because the other stators go that way. Okay, no problem at all. We don't need stators, I think. But this is the second factory we built after the base factory. And now we had all the products we needed. I wanted some place to storage everything. And I thought, why don't we storage it right on top of the mountain? I don't know why I thought that. I thought it was a good idea. And I really like that idea, still till today. The only thing is, we need to travel a bit. And if we don't have power, which happens a lot on our factory, then we have to walk this way up. So, here we have the storage facility, and this hallway I did make in the last episode and I didn't show it. So this is how the hallway has turned out. This is where the factory is. No, not the factory, the storage system is. And I really like it. It is huge. And I don't know why I did that. Oh, maybe to see what is in which container, but it didn't work. Because it has to be full first. And this is a different product. Okay. Let's use that. There we go. So I really like this. It is sometimes a bit difficult to get the right materials, because this one is full, so we can use it from the bottom one. But if we go till, where are we? This one, I think. Then this one is empty, so we have to walk up, or we need to go to the walkway right over there, and then we can grab the materials we need. So it is a little bit of a hustle, but I don't mind. I really like this. And I really like that it is so prominent on the base, because you can see it from pretty much everywhere. And this is where everything is brought into the factory, into the storage system, I have to say. Why do I call it a factory every time? I don't know. But this is where we bring it into the storage facility, and this is our elevator conveyor belt. And I really like that feeling. So to make that and to make sure everything goes onto the right conveyor belt, we needed a shuffle room. Oh, and we built that factory because we needed a place for our... What do we make there? Let me think. Oh, we make rotors there, and we make reinforced iron plates there, because the rotors and reinforced iron plates we make in our big factory are used to make the modular frames and other kind of stuff. So we thought we need a little factory for only that, and that is directly put into our storage system. So that's happening over there. But to get everything from there to there, we needed some conveyor belts right over there, and we have some on top of there. But to get everything to the right conveyor belt, we needed a place where we can have some messy conveyor belts, and that is called our shuffle room. And this is our shuffle room. Some conveyor belts go pretty much straight into the right elevator, and some have to go around a bit over and under. And I also like this feel. I really like the way this is looking and how everything is going around. So I really like that. And after we had everything connected to our main storage, we unlocked the oil extractor and the oil refinery, and that we built a few episodes ago. And since then we didn't touch it, but that is right behind our main storage facility. Right over here we have the refineries, and it looks like they don't have power, but they do when we come closer. Okay, they're only idle because the fluid buffers are full, I think. These two makes plastic, and these two makes rubber. Yes, rubber it was. I almost forgot that. And the oil for the refineries is pumped down from right over there. It is right into the fog right now, so let's go down. We made another elevator right here, and it works pretty well. And we have a awesome sink here, not because we need it, but because it will prevent spawning mobs. And I don't want mobs right near my buildings. So we have the two oil extractors right over here, and there are two more nodes that we can use later on in the game. These two are pure and these two are normal, I think. And as you can see, we don't have mobs here, so that is very nice, and we can use this space in the future if we need it. And we will need a lot more, I think. So after we set up the plastic and rubber factory, we unlocked the manufacturer, and we went building this in the last 3 episodes. It took me 3 episodes to build it. It is really long, but it was a lot of work, I have to say. And we built the manufacturer right on top of our main factory, and now it is twice as high. It isn't that wide, but I don't think I want that, because I don't want a factory that's a big square box. So this is the platform where we have the manufacturer and some of the machines that produce everything we need for the manufacturer. And that resulted in a huge factory that is quite good looking. And when I was traveling from our coal generator till our main base, I saw a great angle to show you what we have done with our main factory, and that angle is right over here. You see, this is where we started, only this bit, and it looked huge when we built it. But as you can see, we built a huge platform on top of it and a huge segment on the back of it. So I really like this angle because you see all the different corners and floors, and you see everything that's happening within this factory, and we need to place 2 walls right there. But that will conclude our small tour around our bases. And now I want to go on where we left our last episode, and that was with some of our coal we needed, and we needed sulfur to unlock the black powder, and we need some more sulfur. And now you get a look of my behind the scenes, because all my episodes I play with 2 characters. It wasn't my choice, but every time I log on onto the server, I switch between these 2, and I don't get the stuff they have. So you see a box right here, no sulfur in it. But if we kill my other character, then you see we have some sulfur right over there. Sorry mate, you will respawn here with a full health bar, and we see you in the next episode, I think. So let's go here again, and let's place down the sulfur. And let's research it. It is only 3 seconds, but now I think we can scan for sulfur. Yes, we can. And we can make a black powder factory. So, where do we have a sulfur node? I hope we have it in the east. I don't hope we will have it in the west, because that's a long way with a lot of hostile mobs. And I hope a little bit close. There is one, 1240 meters, 1459 and 1629. And we haven't been that way, so I think we want to go that way. Yes, I think that would be the best option. Then we can make a bit of a factory, and then we can transport everything over to our main base. But of course, that will have to wait till the next episode. This episode was all about the Basetour, showing you around, going a bit back on memory lane, and looking at everything we have done in the last 20 episodes. And I'm really proud of what we have achieved in this episode. I really liked it, and I really like to go on with it. So that will do it for today. We are gonna go further with the black powder in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.